Hello everybody, my name is Leandro Mada. In this video, I'm going to show you the different navigations that we have in EcoStruxure Operator Terminal Expert. Let's go to the software. This is the EcoStruxure Operator Terminal Expert, and I'm working with the version 3.2 Service Pack 1. I'm going to create a new project. Mhm. Okay, good. I'm going to select a different target. I'd like to work with this one. In this new version, you have the possibility to select landscape and portrait. So, as you can see here, you have the screen and you have the content. We're going to work on the navigation using the screen. So, by default, we have this screen number 1. When we select the screens, we have the possibility to add new screens or folders. The navigations, the different navigation that we can have are based in the folder. So based on the folder you have different navigations. As you can see in here, when we add the folder, we have different navigations. We have left, icon, slide, and blank. In this video, I'm going to try to show you the different navigations and the different configuration that you have. So let's continue. Let's start with the blank. If we select OK, it will activate this icon here as a folder, and here you can see the description. When you click on the folder, you have the possibility to select the screen ID and an initial screen ID. In this case, we don't have any screen over here, so it's going to be empty this part. Then you have the navigation switch level. You can add the image and also security. Now, let's add a screen over here. Screen ID 3, canvas. Let's add another one, screen ID 4, canvas also. As you can see here, this has a different icon. Okay, so if we go back here in the folder, you can see the initial screen ID is 3. This is 80. Okay, as you can see, it has different because it would be the initial for this navigation that we have. Now, once we configure this, this is the master screen. That is something similar that we have on Visual Designer, that you have the master panel. But once you make the modifications over here, the master panel, you cannot see it on the screen directly. So if we go here, we can add the header and also the footer. I'm gonna change this to a different color, this one, and the footer also can change this to green also. Okay, so you have these two areas, okay, that you can have everything in common and also the screen. So let's create a navigation over here at the bottom. So switch, put it over here. I'm going to change this to screen change. I can specify the ID. An ID would be to go to this panel, this screen number 3. Then I'm going to copy and paste it to go to the screen number 3. And then I'm going to copy and paste it again to go on a screen outside the folder. So I'm going to specify number 1. So here, the screen number 1 will be the one that starts with the HMI. So let's copy this one, put it on the screen. Okay, let's add some more tests here. Welcome. Okay, so now if we simulate this, let's see the behavior. It's in the other screen. There we go. See here. This is the screen number 1 that we have over here. Okay, so now when I click on this one, it will go to the screen number 2, but it's not a normal screen because this screen is inside the folder and the folder is type blank. So if we go here, you can see that on the screen 2, the screen number 3, where it goes, it calls the folder, okay, the blank as a master screen, and then the screen number 2. If we can see this in a different way, let's see this. Okay, this is the screen. Now I'm going to add this. Okay, and on the screen number 3, I'm going to add this, this, and this. I'm going to fill this with this color. So if we simulate this again, okay, let's go back. Here it's called the number. It's not the number 2, it's the screen with the name 2, but it's the ID 3. Okay, and then they're gonna call the ID 4. So as you can see, this is the behavior or the folder blank. You just add the header and the foot, and then you can add the options that you want. Something that you might need to know is that even if I select here, this one, I cannot move it or shouldn't move it over here in this one, okay, because they are different areas. Okay, so you need to be aware where do you need to, where the elements are, okay, just to not mess around. Now let's see if I add an image over here. Okay, just to see in case you have a machine. I'm going to add another picture here. Let's see, what do we have? Stadium, PNG only, background templates. Schneider logo. Okay, let's go for this one. So this is the master, okay, but in order for you to work much better, you not see the logo here. So you need to be aware the limitations or the images that you work with. So for example, if I go here, I'm gonna overlap the logo and then I'm gonna overlap the bottom part. I just fill this with another color here and then the foot. On the master screen, I will add a text also. This is something that you need to be aware where you put the elements. Text, I'm gonna put it over here. So I'm gonna name this as machine. Good. Now simulate. It's gonna be in the other side. Welcome screen. Go. You can see it override that part. That is something that you need to be aware. Okay. You can see on here. Okay. When you work on this one, the initial part will start above the header. Okay. But as you can see here, it moved everything down. Okay, so probably the best solution would be to create another kind of view on this one. Instead of using the screen, the canvas, you can select view box. Okay, and then you can modify the size so it doesn't go outside where you want to work inside this master panel. Here you can see the limits of the master. Let me just show you. So this is the limits you can see here. You have um, let me see where they are, locations. This is the complete one. Here you have the margins, field animation in here. Should be here. Nope. So this one should be 40, and this one is also 40 if I'm not wrong. I'm not able to see the here. In the basic, you can see 40. So what you can do on this one, this view box, okay, is to limit this. So it should be 0 to the maximum should be this. So it doesn't mess around with the one that you have on this one. So let's copy all these elements and paste it over here. Instead of using here, I'm gonna leave it over here. I'm gonna change this to another field like this. Now what I need to do is to add in the master screen the access to the number 5. Number 5. So let's simulate this again. Okay, here we are. There we go. So in this case, it's working this. The best would be to use the view box so you can define the size of the screen and then it will be called in the master. So this is for the folder type as blank. Now let's proceed with another views. We have the possibility to change this, as you can see in here. Navigation type blank, but you can also select slides. When you select the slides, you can see that on the master, there is new buttons created here and here. So let's see the behavior. If we go to simulate, welcome. You have this slide over here. You just move between the slides that you have inside. And if you go here, you can go out from the folder to the main screen or to another folder that you have. Now let's try with the icon. Okay, as you can see, when you create the icon, it creates this button over here called menu. So if we simulate this, okay, we are inside the folder. If we go menu, you can see the name of the screen. So just select the one that you want, and there we go. Instead of using this slide to navigate and use more space on your screen, you just go to menu, then select the screen that you want. Now, the last one, if I'm not wrong, should be the left. The left, as you can see over here, it creates this button over here on the top, and then you have all the screens that you have. So simulate. Let's go to the folder. If you click on this one, you can access to the screen. So you have different navigations. Let me just double check. If you go to the screen on the top, okay, you have additional configuration for the buttons. If you can change the color over here, okay, the font and this color over here, you can do it from the top screen, not for each folder, okay, only for the screen. So in this video, we have solved the different navigations that we have, the standard navigation that we have inside the EcoStruxure Operator Terminal Expert. You have the possibility to use this for navigation, left icon, slide, and blank. And if you don't want to use this navigation as a master, you can use the standard as you can see in here, in this one, using a button and specifying a specific ID to navigate between screens. But if you use that navigation outside a folder, you miss the master possibility to avoid wasting time, copy and paste the same images or text between screens. So this is the different navigation for the EcoStruxure Operator Terminal Expert. Thank you very much for watching me, and see you in the next one.